Okay, right. I did not have everything prepared. That's always a good sign of stuff to come. Yes. Right. Um, I guess I'm live. Or am I? Yes, I am. Alright, anyways, let's get back to Ultra Deluxe. Yes. Alright, let me just capture. I hope I can get it captured. Oh no. Okay. Ultra Deluxe, there we go. Alright. Tell me it's captured. Yeah, it is. It is captured. Alright, there we go. Alright. Uh, yeah, let's make it so that it's easier to see this time around. Alright, there we go. What is this? That's cute. God the fucking damn it. Are you kidding? This is technically 9. I mean, is it not? This is also 9. 9, the number 9. When it says the number 9, it's obviously talking about the number. So this makes sense, right? Hi Aura. Uh, please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Okay, sure. This is so weird. Which one of the two made-up words is the most appealing to you? Scrumtush, because I like tush. So yeah, you know. Please just don't adjust the slider. Alright, I'm not gonna. Did you know what time it is right now? Yes, I do. Uh, I mean, yeah, of course. That's how it works. What is time anyway? Uh, yes. That's not a word. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Um, I mean, most definitely, yeah. That's how it works. Help? Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Yes. What is this? I'm so confused. I just got back. Are you kidding me? Jeez, man. Alright, chat. Let me just get an achievement here. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Help, no. Will you come back and visit me? No. Chat, I'm not that heartless, okay? I'm a changeling and all, but you know, I still have a heart, you know? I'm a kind person, you know? I don't really, you know, abandon people for stuff, you know? It's kind of sad if I'm gonna be honest, but you know, yeah, that's what it is, you know? Alright, let's, wait, default is 80, right? Let's just put 80 actually. Yeah, there we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. Alright, let me check the chat while we're at it. Game. Okay, then goodbye. Automatically closes the game. Yeah, you just let yeah, you just let the baby burn. I mean, honestly, that one is kind of awful. I would say this right now. It's really
This
bad.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
I hate I hate that.
This is the
I
story
actually
of a man
hate
named
that
Stanley.
mini game. Actually, it's
This is
so
the story
dumb.
of a man
But
named
yeah, it is what it is. You know. Still remember the part where the narrator says you are a heartless monster? Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Unfortunate. You know, yeah, it is what it is, you know. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing here, chat, I'm trying to get an achievement. You see, I'll get an achievement soon, I guess. I don't think I have the overlay up, did I? That's not good. Balls to it. Okay. Let me recapture. Chat. Let me recapture this thing for a second. All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. Sorry. Checking, and we should be back. I hope. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Now you should be able to see my Steam overlay, right? Yeah, Steam overlay is here. There we go. Just make sure they close this. Alright, there we go. Alright, trying to get an achievement here. Alright, basically that's what's going on. And you already are a heartless monster. No, I disagree. No. I disagree. No. Oh, come on, man. Is it still not working? God fucking damn it. Let me check the guide. The guide says something about 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Field of view, camera sensitivity, subtitle background opacity, subtitle background opacity, translation labels. Where's translation? Oh, this one! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. This sucks. Okay, never mind. I hate my life, chat. Thanks. Lovely stuff. Yep, I forgot this one exists. So yeah. Alright, we should be able to get the achievement now, chat. I hope at least. Why not use your mouse to change it? Because I need to go through each numbers perfectly. Okay? And I still can't get it. What the fuck, man? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Help me. Enable will show titles. Yeah, I did this one. What the hell? Is this broken? This achievement might be broken. I don't know. Alright, anyways, let's continue. You know. Makes sense to continue, alright. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh, we're back here, right. Yeah, alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where is... Okay. Let me just try this again, alright. Well, might as well do it all over again, alright. I need to go through each and every single number for this achievement to pop up. That's the wrong person. God fucking damn it. That's the wrong achievement, and that's a person too. Alright. We'll see how this one goes. I don't know, man. Yeah, we need to go through every single one of them. It's kind of dumb, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Oh, okay, there we go. I think I can put this back. Alright, there we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Alright. And alright. Wait, there's no music? Okay, interesting. Fish. What the fuck is that emote? I don't know. I honestly do not know. Okay. So let's see how this if we can get it. I don't know. According to the game, we should have gotten it, if anything. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not getting shit. Like, actually, I'm not getting shit. Oh my god. Help me. What's color labels? Next to gameplay critical colors. I don't know, man. Wait, did I actually get it or did I not get it? Wait. Speedrun. I got speedrun for some reason. Oh yeah, because I did it yesterday. Yeah, this one. This is the shit I need to do. All the settings slider in the menu to the all available numbers. It's kind of weird, actually. Because it's not working for some reason. I don't know why. Where is it? Let me turn this off. There we go. Alright, right, there we go. Okay, it's weird, man. I swear it's supposed to be fine. Well, never mind then. I guess we'll see what we are gonna do. Hidden slider. I mean, I've seen the. Uh. 1 second. Do the startup options turn language for as well? Got the pop up. Got to pop up doing all the slider toggling. Okay, I'm checking the achievements cause everyone is actually having issues with this for some reason. While I don't have to go through all the steps is suggested. That I've added comments to the confirming with when I toggle invoke Y on and off after interactive with every other option. I had to toggle every single box as well, so that all the subtitle languages toggle simply. Wait, you need to do all those too? Oh my god, what the hell? This is gonna fuck up my game, isn't it? Okay, so we'll just go through. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You know, cause I have expected that much. Yes. Okay. Color labels. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Oh, I got it. I got the chat. Oh my god, you have to actually go through all the things. I cannot believe this. Wow. Wow. Oh my god, that was so helpful. That was actually helpful. Are you kidding me? Okay. Alright, chat. So,
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today?
that's so
Let's
dumb.
find out.
But it makes sense. It makes sense why it's called the World Champion. Settings World Champion. You have to do all the available settings. It's not just numbers. It's all the available settings. Oh my god. Okay. They might need to redo this one, but yeah. I mean the naming for this one, but I mean the subtitles for it. But yeah, you know. It's all good. All right. Right. Wait. Let's begin again. I should not have done this one first. All right. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, chat. So, I cannot
When
believe
Stanley
that worked.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah, doesn't work. Doesn't work. All right, rep.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief.
Oh, well, I forgot to turn that off. Okay, there we go.
Stanley decided to go up to his Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and
Nice stream. Hello.
to the staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's.
I went to the wrong door. I just realized I went to the wrong door. Never mind.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello, Amogus Gaming here.
When Stanley
Nice.
came to a
Very
set of
nice.
2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
Okay, I'm
room,
gonna show
and
you
Stanley
one
knew it
ending that you
perfectly well.
probably have not
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
watched yet.
lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bye.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Sus. Chat. Let's go. Alright, so this is another ending that we haven't seen yet.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
What the fuck?
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just recording, did you?
That
What a silly and
confused me.
slight explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
What do you mean? It's not my fault. What? Okay, that's just sad.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so we go to take
Now
the bucket.
this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Well, I didn't know that's an ending actually, but it's interesting honestly.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remain. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright. So we're gonna do this ending, alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, chat. We go down the elevator, yes. Because, yes. But of course, yes. Alright.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay. I'll show you what's going on here first, chat.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, I'll show you what this new thing is. I found this online, alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket.
The
which
what?
safely cushioned his fall.
What?
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered.
That's not how it works.
Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
What?
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really
oh.
wasn't so bad down
Oh,
here.
okay.
Cold, perhaps.
Okay. Oh.
After some
Oh.
time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette. That was
What?
useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all.
What?
He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he
Wait,
was
what?
dwelling on his regrets.
Wait, what?
And the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It unsettled
Oh,
the bucket
God!
deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All
What the
Stanley
hell?
could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible.
Oh my God.
Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
What?
It's what the bucket was counting on.
What the hell?
The two of them waited for a very long time.
Okay. And they never make it back, did they? Okay. Interesting. Oh my God, that's sad, actually. That's actually sad.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Alright, chat. So, we go down to the mind control facility again.
When Stanley came to a set of
Without
two
the bucket
open
this time.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes. We'll do it again. Alright, it's the same shit. Alright. Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Let's just go here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unwrapped, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Ah, goddammit.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I hate this. I hate this. I forgot. Ah! I cannot believe this. I actually cannot believe this. This sucks.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Okay.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? Wait, I wonder. I wonder. I should try this, but we'll check it out later. Alright. Check it out later.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright. So let's do the same shit again, alright? Yes.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome.
Okay.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
Oh, is that thing?
You all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go.
Wait.
New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Well, technically.
Always more content, more.
Well, that's true.
And I'm here to give it to you.
Yeah, right.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs.
Okay.
How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game.
Ooh.
It's a secret that's just for you.
Ooh.
That's how special you are.
Okay.
We call this track Good job you've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Well done.
Good job. You did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
This is so hilarious. Oh wait, that's it? I love this game chat. Oh my god, this is so fucking hilarious. I love it so much. Alright. Let me check the other endings. I know there are like multiple. Alright. Let me just Google this. Alright. Okay. Alright. I cannot believe that's an ending. I never would have thought that was one, honestly, if anything. But yeah, where is it? Alright, there we go. Alright. Doesn't work. I heard this.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work.
Oh.
The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, that's weird, man. That's weird, man. Alright, let's get going. Burn that phone for me, will ya? Why? Where's the narrator? Weird.
When Stanley came to a set of
he's
two
back.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, chat. We're gonna check one thing over here. Alright, that's one ending that we can
Yet
do.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley... Oh, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Alright, let's go. Although the narrator is here. What do you mean? The narrator is obviously here, yes. But you know what? I want to go back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, my days. Oh. Wait, I can't go back down?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Oh, okay.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
So... Well, I can't really go, so... Well, we'll just go back down, I guess. Yeah, let's go back down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
This is so dumb. Alright, let's see now. Oh god.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
Oh.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
What?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No!
8.
I need more time to process.
What? What is this? Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious. I swear. I swear it's fucking how funny as fuck.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
What the hell? Congrats, Con just broke the narrator again!
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I want to cry, chat. Nah. Chat, are we actually gonna go anywhere with this bullshit?
You know what? I've just thought of something.
Wait, what?
Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting.
Oh my god.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
No. No, this is...
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Isn't this so much more exciting?
No.
You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only
Oh,
thing
balls
that
to it.
audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Oh, God.
They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced
Oh, my
appreciation
God.
for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley.
I want to cry.
What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And
Oh,
it's really
God.
all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
Well, it's
Truly,
true.
I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you.
I want to cry.
Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
Wait, what?
So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Oh!
Oh, good, we're here.
Ooh! This is interesting. Nope, okay.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Live on stage, Stanley. All eyes on Stanley. Woo. Okay. What the hell? I can't really see it quite well, but yeah, Stanley, storyteller. Oh my god. World's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. What the hell is this motion? Are you kidding me? Shit. I wish I have a zoom button on this game, but yeah. Never mind. I mean, unless I left a review on Steam to tell people, to tell the developers that an evening with World Peace, baby. I'm gonna leave a review on Steam saying that there's no zoom button, cannot see anything.
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
Oh, okay, that's much better. Stanley reviews all in his new book. What the fuck, man? So fucking hilarious. Stage door. Stanley Parables Stanley. Tonight, live on stage. Yeah. The Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. The world's first sentient machine. Oh my god.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Remember, Stanley, remember, congratulations, Stanley, remember where you came from. Your co-workers. Interesting. What the hell is this? Thermometer? It looks like a thermometer. Which is weird, but yeah, alright. Let's go, chat. Oh my god. Time for a speech. Yes. Alright. Oh my god! That's so loud! Ah, my ears! Wait, what? Really? That's the end?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Really? That's
Look
the
at me.
ending?
Stanley decided to go to the
Oh
meeting
my
room.
God.
Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes. I love that bucket.
Oh, this is extended. Interesting. Interesting times. Yes. Very much so. Alright.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Okay, chat, we're gonna do the same thing again. But this time with the bucket. Yes.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss is off. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright. Let's just go, I guess. Yeah, we should be good here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, dang. Okay, never mind. Alright, chat, let's do the same shit again. Shall we? Oh no.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I
Oh.
want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Oh.
The bucket said nothing.
3? Okay, sure, I guess. Yeah, let's go and try trees, chat.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Alright, well, let's just go then. Or should we? No, we are gonna keep pressing. Yes. No, not really. We are gonna do it once more. Okay, fine. Fine. Let's just go. Alright. Oh, my days.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Number 3. Tree.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Oh no. What the fuck is going on, chat? This is such a scuff ending. Like, actually scuff. I cannot believe this.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears.
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
This is so dumb, chat. Like, actually so dumb. I cannot believe this.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
It's so dumb, man. This is actually so dumb. Oh, okay, it's not talking. Alright.
Ah, said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart.
Oh, okay.
He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
This is so dumb. Like, action.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
So dumb. So actually dumb. Oh my days. They changed it to trees. Oh my god, fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Odd number trees. This one's the same. That's still the same thermometer. Oh my god. It's tree again, tree again. Oh my god, so dumb. Like actually, the dude who came out with pizza, what the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god, I want to cry.
There was no one here.
Oh,
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak,
oh,
to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over.
oh,
He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in
Oh.
that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
oh,
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And
oh.
so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant.
Oh,
They spoke less and less,
oh no.
neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had
Oh.
eroded since that day at the press conference.
No.
There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit.
No.
Only a silence that consumed the space between friends.
Oh no.
And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
No, that's so sad. That's actually sad. Oh my god, come on. That's actually really sad, not gonna lie, chat. Well, that is that. Alright, let's see now. I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, chat, let's do the normal ending for now, right? Yes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, let's do the normal ending for now, right? And we'll see how far we can go with
Yet
this.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door.
Okay, there we go. I mean, this is not the normal ending, but I want to try something, alright? I want to try something. Like, actually try something, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not joking. I want to try something, alright? Hopefully this somewhat works. Do we have the bucket back there? That's my real question. Do we have the bucket? If the bucket is not there, I'm just gonna restart. Okay, well, this door is not bugged at all. Alright, fair enough.
One man, one bucket.
Oh, that's a
one
bug.
chance to seize their destiny together.
Well, that's bugged. That's actually bugged. That's not supposed to be narrator. But yeah, sure. Alright. Let's just go. Alright. The narrator's not supposed to talk there. That balloon is so dumb. Like, actually. Jeez, man. Wait a second. Does this still work? Wait a second. How bug can I do this way? Like, actually. Okay, so that doesn't work. So we only have one choice, which is to go through here. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're now leaving. Alright, there we go. Okay, chat. I know I've done this ending on the last stream, but I want to test a combination of what's going on here. Alright. This might be the only way. This might, I'm just saying, might be the only way where the game will be consistent. Okay. I want to see how this one goes through. Alright. Just as a test. Alright, just saying. You know. But yeah, just doing some testing, if anything, you know. Because I have notes right here that tells me to be creative with combinations, you know. Combinations of endings or whatsoever, you know. Makes sense, you know. I mean, to me, this one makes the most sense. I'm gonna try and see if this works. Alright. I know this ending gives the very, very emotional ending, alright. I just want to see what's next, you know. This is sad, Chad, like actually sad, you know what I mean? As my friend would say, emotional damage.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So that one's missing now, alright? Makes sense.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Let's see if this works. I don't think it'll work, but you know, one can always hope and dream, you know. At least I do. So yeah, you know. Makes sense to me at least, you know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's see if we can do something more of this, you know.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
I wanted to,
and Stanley,
I wanted to be fast.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable.
Wasn't it?
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
But
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery...
I want to see if it works, that's all. You know what I mean? I don't know what will happen next, but yeah, you know. It's probably nothing, if anything. But I want to be
hopeful. And a rising chill of
at least.
uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Come on, faster. Yeah. Alright.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, it's the same. It's the same. I was expecting the bucket to make a comeback or something, cause you know, we let him go. And somewhat it was carried over, so yeah, you know, it makes sense that it's gonna be the
Stanley
same
decided to
but
go to the
different.
meeting room
I don't
to
know.
check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself
Replacement
and
bucket.
constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Alright,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
alright.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
You want me to do it? Alright, sure.
Whoops.
D-
Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Oh my god, this is dumb. Well, actually dumb.
All of his
Jeez, man.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's bucket time.
It's bucket time. Oh my god, so dumb.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
No.
correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
All right,
Go
we'll try this
somewhere
one.
else.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
It's so dumb. Well, actually, oh, those are
All of his
papers.
co-workers
That's
were
fine.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's bucket time.
I wonder if I can go back to the new content area, cause
Stanley clutched the bucket
I don't
tightly
know.
to his... This was not the correct way to the
I
meeting
don't know
room.
honestly.
But
But yeah.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and
I
the bucket, his
accidentally fell
dearest
off.
friend.
Alright, whatever.
So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Oh my god, that's so dumb. Alright, can we get
All
a
of his
better
co-workers
layout?
were
Like,
gone.
honestly.
What could it
I can't-
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's just try some other things.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
so dumb. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
know. Okay, sure. Whatever you say, Stanley. That's not how it works, but yeah, sure. Goddamn.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright. It was
The
okay.
lounge was grand, majestic. Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope, it was close. What are you talking about?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Wait a second.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and
Well,
no
it's the
one
same.
gets to tell him what
Right.
to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Oh my God.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm just trying everything, chat, alright? Don't blame me, alright? I'm trying
The meeting
everything.
room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Still need to get through there, which is interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Alright. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, man. Come on.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
That still died. Oh my god. I don't know why, but yeah, whatever, man. Oh,
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
woo.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh yeah, chat. Wait. What? Wait a second. Does this work?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is... What? Really? But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Okay, chat, that was
Good
my
job,
bad.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Chat, that was my bad. Alright. I should have never done it that way, but yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'm not gonna pick him up. Ah, this is a long layout, isn't it? Damn. Sad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There's no open door on the
Stanley
left.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright. We're gonna do the game ending or
Look,
whatever.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Not game
here.
ending, actually.
I'm
but,
not
you know.
your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. Yeah, you know what?
Oh,
Actually,
thank
we're
God
gonna
you
do
are
that.
willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Alright.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, wait. Where are you going?
Skip and complete this ending. Wow, okay. You can do this like that. Okay. Wow, okay. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's actually interesting. Wow. Alright. That's really interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. So what have we not done yet? Restarting? We are gonna restart then, if that's the case. Actually, yeah, we're gonna restart and see how it goes. Yes, like actually restart the game, you know. So just give me a second. We should be good here, I think. Alright. Alright. Should be good. And we'll just wait. Why is Steam synchronizing it really slowly right now? Oh my days. Are you kidding me? Can you synchronize faster? Like actually? I guess it's... Wow, that's awful. That's actually awful, isn't it? Wow. Wait, is it uploading Steam Cloud error? What the fuck? What are you talking about? I'm gonna restart Steam. Fuck this shit. Oh, no. No, yes, no. No, yes, no. Exit. Can I still exit? There we go. All right, restarting Steam. Give me a second. That would be quick. Yeah, chat. So according to what I've seen is that we need to restart Steam a few times. Not Steam. We need to restart the game a few times to make sure stuff is, good. You know what I mean? But for now, it seems like, you know, it's kind of iffy, if anything, Wow, Steam really doesn't want to start, huh? Wow, alright. Retry connection? My internet is fine, Steam. What the fuck are you on? Excuse me. Are you for real? Okay. Let me restart Steam again. That's interesting. Why is Steam being a bitch now, right now? Like, actually. Jesus, man. Okay, nice. Finally, it decided to start up now. Oh my gosh. Okay, right. Let's start Stanley Parable. Yep, finally it started. Oh my gosh. That takes up so... Jeez, man. So long. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, we are good here. Alright. So let's see what... what time is it? Does anyone truly know? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. What? There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still really don't know you. And you don't know me. Yeah, true, I don't know you either. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? Not really. I do appreciate you being here. That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps I see you again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Wait, if I can find you? Oh, hello? Hello? Epilogue? Should we explore this right now, chat? I don't really want to do this right now, actually. We'll play the normal one, and we'll go to Epilogue once we're ready to move on, alright?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
It's bucket time.
I still don't understand. I need a new content shit here, like... That's the problem. The new content stuff is not here.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Chat. I'm gonna check something and see if it works or not, alright? I'm a
Still
little
no
bit
one was here. Stanley needed the
interested.
bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping in.
Okay. Right, I want to see if it's still bugged. Alright, that's all. That's all I want to see. If anything, I just seeing what's going on. Alright. Property of Stanley. It's funny, chat. It's actually funny. Like, I'm gonna be honest here, Oh, that's interesting. Cause back then from yesterday's stream you can see like there's like a new content sign here for some reason. Alright. Let's try again. This time we take the other route, alright?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
It's bucket time.
It's bucket time. Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping in...
Okay, there we go. I want to test something again, chat. Just testing. Not required to have the bucket with me at all times, but yeah, I just want to check and see if it's consistent or not. Alright. That's all I'm just saying. Alright. You know. Yeah. Okay, so we ended up on the left door. Interesting. And that's still broke. Alright. I mean, that's still okay. Alright. Interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm actually interested in this one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let me check something if we can get the bucket back.
Stepping in...
Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright. I'm just seeing and testing what's going on, that's all, you know. Cause I'm actually interested in what other alternative methods there are for, like, you know, to get this thing done and all, you know. But if anything, well, this is still fine, right? The bucket is still here.
It's bucket time.
Yep, that's definitely not correct. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my. Nope. Okay, it's kind of interesting here, chat, because like I'm not sure I'm not sure if this is what it is, but yeah, you know. Alright. Anyways. Alright. Yeah, chat, we'll go to the epilogue later, but not right now, alright? It's probably nothing for like the next few minutes, if anything. Just seeing how everything goes right now, cause might be something different around here. Nope. Okay. I mean, I have collected this one here, but it doesn't matter anymore because I got everything. This is very much interesting to say the very least, I would say. Okay. Satch. All right, let me check this the guide. I want to see mind control room tape recorder. We have the tape recorder. Bottom mind control room. Speech, yes. Memory zone ending. Yeah, we still need to go through to the memory zone, which we still haven't done yet, which is interesting to say the very least.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
Ah, shut the
If at
fuck
any
up.
time you believe you are
I'm
listening
done. No, fuck off. I do not want to hear that, thanks. Lovely stuff. Alright, we go to the
When
boss's
Stanley
office.
came to
I
a
think.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We haven't
Yet
tried
there was not a
the
single person
button
here
ending
either.
yet.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, there we go. Oh, hello, chat.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Whiteboard ending!
What could it
Yes,
mean?
we got it.
Stanley decided to
And
go to the
also-
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't believe this. Whiteboard ending. Whiteboard ending. I cannot believe this shit. This is so lucky. Oh my god.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
It's bucket time.
Yes, it is bucket time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's
Still
go
no one
out
was
the normal
here.
way. Alright.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than... Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
This is so dumb.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, Chad, let's go down. This is so dumb. I cannot believe this. I actually cannot believe this.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Alright, let's go, Chad.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket.
Oh.
Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
I'm just testing something, Chad. Don't worry about it. Alright. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Jesus, man.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
Oh my god.
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket. but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Alright, let's go back down.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
So does it change if I go to the ending? That's the question. Cause...
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Actually, can I do that? Oh my god.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
I cannot believe this is a thing, chat. Like, actually. This dog mode is so fucking hilarious. Like, actually. Oh my god.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Alright, let's go.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Oh my days, I cannot believe this. This is so dumb. Hello? Hello? Aura. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Welcome back. Welcome back. Jesus Christ. Nice. Nice one, Aura.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
If light is on immediately, call EXT immediately. Interesting. Never mind, I'll just go. Hello, Aurora. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. So dumb. So dumb.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth
Yeah,
was
sure, no
that
problems,
at the
Aura.
end of this hall,
Go ahead.
Stanley and the
Take your
bucket
time.
would both meet a violent death.
Stupid autocorrect.
The door behind them was not shut.
Yeah, sure, I
Stanley
believe
and the
you.
bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I believe
At
you.
this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Nope, I'm gonna go back. Alright, let's see if the narrator says anything. I'm just turning back. I cannot believe you said that, Aura. Jesus Christ. Oh my days. No wonder my chat was spammed for like momentarily there. It's so silly. Oh my god, fucking hilarious. Like actually hilarious. Alright, let's go back, alright. Alright, sure. Alright, sure.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
What happens if I go back again?
Nope. It's death for Stanley and the bucket.
I didn't know those voice lines exist. Oh my god. I'm not walking the whole way through again. But yeah, I'm gonna walk back, alright. I swear I need to remove that word from my word library. Bay is a real word. You do know that, right? Bay is a real word, you know. It's a real word. It's not a made up word or whatsoever. It's a real word, you know. You can't remove it from a library. I don't know, man.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Chad, I hate my dog that's barking right now. Actually, you know, it's so awful. Like actually,
The
you know,
monitors jumped to
awful.
life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
I hate it.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never
Oh,
seen
no.
anything like this, and it very
Help me.
nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Chad, if you want to know what that was, when I press E,
Was the bucket under the mind
Yes, that
control
happens.
facility's
Basically, that's what it
influence
is.
as well?
No.
Had the bucket
just
been
that
told
easy.
to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the
Oh.
controls.
Whoops.
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Oh, it's actually birds.
Silly, silly
Yes.
birds.
Yes.
The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom
Fucking hell.
because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Yep, that's the one. What did I say? Oh, okay. Well, that was weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it be?
Oh, hello. That's
Stanley
a different
decided
layout.
to go to the meeting room.
That's a
Perhaps
different
he had
layout.
simply missed a memo.
That's actually a different layout. Wow. Okay. Okay, chat. So, there's an epilogue here. I have teased this just now when I was restarting my game because yes, yeah, that's what's going on. All right. Yeah. Yes, the sound of the dog is in the game. In case you're wondering, you know. Yeah, I turned on dog mode just now. For one of the endings, as one of the endings, you know. That's how it works. You know, in case you're wondering, you know. Bucket. The bucket wants to bark. Yes, indeed, bucket wants to bark. Stanley's a cutie dog confirmed. Ooh, bird, your friend corn. Cutie bird. Dog mode is literally called dog mode. You know, DOG. Basically, it barks. Basically, whenever you press E to interact with anything, it barks instead of, you know, pressing a button. But anyway, chat. Enough dilly-dallying around. This is the epilogue. This is what we have been building up to. Yes. Alright, let's go. What's this about? I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, actually. Oh my gosh. Let's go, chat. This is the final part, I think. Epilogue. Alright. Many, many years later. Oh. Okay. What the hell? Where the fuck I am? Oh, hello. Okay, never mind. Oh. Yeah, let's... Where the fuck do we even get wood? There's literally no trees here. What the hell? Oh my god. I can't run into a fire, by the way, in case you're wondering, chat, you know. Looks nice though. Run in. Doesn't work. Oh, Jesus! No, my chair! Ah! Wait, there are multiple chairs. What the hell? What the? Oh! Hello? Hello? What's this? Oh! Is this the memory lane? The memory lane? Oh my gosh, this is the memory lane, isn't it? Oh my gosh, what happened here? But this was a beautiful place. How the fuck did they came to this? What? And also, what's that over there? Let's go there first, actually. What the fuck is that? What happened here? Well, this gives me another game wipe for some reason. Yeah. Weird game, huh? Wait. Bucket! Yes! Bucket! We got it! Oh my god, yes! We got our bucket, chat! Yes! Ha 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 ha! We got our bucket back. We made it with the he he used the escape pod. I can't believe it. I actually cannot believe that. Yeah, it's the escape pod from one of the endings, you know. But yeah, we got it. I'm glad we went there first. Oh my gosh. I would have went in here first if anything. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. That's so good. What the hell? Alright, let's go. Oh god. Why is it so dark? Oh balls. Okay. I guess we are in this together, Bucket. I don't know, man. This is so weird. If I'm gonna be honest, this is weird as fuck. What the hell? Don't really wanna... Alright, you know what? Never mind. Review. Cookie Nice block. Cookie 9? Oh, wait. Is that guy again? Okay. Review the Stanley Parable. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than to expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting, a welcome reprieve from, well, that's interesting. Cat dog born. Scientists confirm hybrid species. Okay, dude. Mammal times. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Alright, right. Sorry, I haven't been blogging too much. Review. SNRAF Cookies Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Protected posts. Go Guide review the Stanley Parable. Cookies Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Okay. Interesting what's going on here actually, if I'm gonna be honest, but what is this? Oh, that's just a, oh, okay, that's just the shine, alright. What now? What is this? Hello?
Jim.
I missed this. Alright, yeah, let's see now. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-off, no more sequels. Real Web. By Snip Sweet Me. When the Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear to me that Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. Reads the press release, we thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about. Yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Aggregate review scores in video game history second to, okay. Get on the green. Sign out for updates today. Alright. That's interesting to say the very least. Yeah. Okay.
Jim.
So dumb. Jim. Oh my god, fucking hilarious.
Jim.
So dumb, so funny. Oh my god.
Jim. Stanley.
Yo, that's nice. What's this here? I can't tell. Wait, is that a person? Can't tell. That's a person, isn't it? That's a picture of two guys. Not sure what that is about.
Stanley.
Wait, so all the gym buttons go to high hell ended up here? I don't know, man. I honestly do not know. But yeah, anyways, let's get on with this, alright? Oh. Hello. It's the collectibles, isn't it? Not sure what's going on, honestly. But yeah, sure. I got 26 chat. What the hell? Oh god. Jesus. Oh. Hello. You collect them more than 6 times. Yeah, you can say that again. No, technically 6 times would be 36. 26 would be like 4 times. 4 times plus 2. Sorry, 4 times, and you have you collected it 4 times, and yeah, you have 2 extra, I guess. I don't know. What's going on here? Hello again. Okay. Hello, I guess. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not scared. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run the franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. Are you kidding me? It just goes up. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need to really dump some subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Okay, we really need a really dumb. Okay, that's one way to say stuff. But yeah, sure. You died. What the fuck do you mean by you died? Okay, go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Okay, Shan, which one do we choose? Which one do we choose? Like, we can only choose one of these, so which one do we want to choose? I mean, to be honest, if I want, I would choose, Forgotten. That's just sad, isn't it? Employee of the... They don't make sense. They don't make sense at all. Employee of the Stanley Parable 3 Skeleton. No, Stanley okay. Stanley Parable 3 Atomic. No. Forgotten. No. Story of makes no sense. Hidden. No. Skeleton. No. Unless you have skeletons in the game. Coworker sequel. Snake. Scream. Skeleton. Wait, there's skeleton twice. Are you kidding me? Oh. Okay. Oh. That's what you are going with. I see. Okay, so you have. Okay. I see what's going on. Story of sequel. Story of sequel. You want to go with the story of a sequel? Employee of the sequel. This makes no sense. I mean, makes sense with the employee of the sequel. Atomic coworkers, atomic snake, scream, atomic scream. Story of employee of the scream. Hidden. Yeah, story of sequel. Hidden scream or sequel. Hidden sequel. I mean, hidden sequel makes sense actually. Or employee of the sequel, employee of the co-workers. I don't know. Sequel, something sequel would be nice. Yeah, hidden sequel. I think hidden sequel makes the most sense, right? Employee of the skeletons. Employee of the skeleton. It's kind of dumb. Employee of the snake. Snack. Yes. Oh my god. Forgotten sequel. Hidden sequel or forgotten sequel. Atomic Scream. I mean, technically, would you call 3 a sequel? You wouldn't call 3 a sequel anymore, right? So the title makes no sense because sequel usually means the second game. Is usually mean the second game. When it's the third, you don't really call it a sequel anymore. So, skeleton explosion. What the fuck? Skeleton. Forgotten coworkers. I mean, technically, yeah, you can say forgotten co-workers. That would work too, you know. Forgotten explosion. Right, is this good, chat? Do you think this is good? Else we'll go with this one, I think. Forgotten co-workers. I think I would prefer this over hidden sequel, cause hidden sequel makes no sense. Alright, anyways, let's go. Forgotten co-workers. It's absurd. I love it. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it makes sense, honestly. Every time I restart the game, I advance the number of the sequel by 1, and we'll pick up a new subtitle. What the fuck? That way, Stanley Parable will never end. What? That makes zero sense. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. What? When you say co-worker, okay. What it means by co-worker, basically, it means that the other employees, basically that's what it means. Cause when you say co-workers, I assume you are talking from Stanley's point. So basically, the co-worker of Stanley is like basically all the other employees in the building of uh the company that Stanley's working at. Basically, that's what it means. So technically, it wouldn't be much of a story for Stanley, but would be much of a story of his employees. I mean, it's his co-workers. Basically, that's what it means. All right. Anyways, let's continue. I think more content sounds like work. No need to do that. Okay, that's just sad. It'll just be the same content recycled again, again, and again, with the new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Sorry, chat, I need to check this. What the fuck? Uh. 1 second, chat. Um. Uh. ，Yeah, I mean it makes sense. At least we'll be able to know why all the coworkers just vanished or got Thanos snapped. Yeah, probably. Let me just do this a sec. Okay. Right. Uh. Uh. 1 second, chat. I'm a little bit worried here cause I want to check if uh. Chat, do we choose no? Chat, do we choose no? My drink is almost here, so just take your time. Do we choose this? What do we choose? Should we say no? Oh my god. This is sad, like actually. Oh my gosh. Like actually sad, like, I don't know, man. You know? Oh my gosh. Do we choose don't do it? Should we not run it to the ground? I don't know, man. I understand sometimes we are not ready to move on. Yeah, that's fine. If you ever change your mind, you want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Oh wait, what? That actually kicks me out of the game? Are you kidding me? I should have said yes. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay, can we skip this? This would be lovely if I got. Oh my god, I should have just said yes. Fuck me. Why did I say yes? Why did I say no, actually? Why did I say no? I should have said yes. It makes sense to say yes. Oh my god. Now I need to redo everything. That sucks. That actually sucks. Okay, chat, in case you're wondering what happened, so I should have said yes just now instead of no. I chose no, and the game actually kicked me back to the main menu. I have to redo this again. Yes, I'm not joking. That's what's happening. You know, that's what's happening. I hope the bucket is here. If the bucket's not here, I'm gonna be sad as fuck. Not actually sad. You know what I mean, chat? I said the bucket like twice now. I hope this is here. If it's not here, I'm gonna be sad as fuck. Alright. Alright, there we go. Yep, there we go. Alright. Yeah, sorry about that one, chat. That was I mean, technically, I guess I am providing some very obscure content, you know. I mean, let's explore the backside of this memory lane house thing, you know. Makes sense too, honestly, you know. Okay. The backside is nothing? Okay, interesting. Uh-huh, right. Is that a bug? Oh no, that's the heat wave, isn't it? Nothing here, honestly. Just looks weird as fuck. Alright. Let's just go, alright. Alright, chat. Now we're back into the thick of things. I don't know. I'm just sad if I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, you know. But it's fine, you know. Let's just go, like actually go. All right. Got my boba tea and come back confused AF. Nah, it's fine. Just basically the long and short of it is that basically I accidentally reset my game. Basically that's what's going on. I mean not actually reset, but you know, more like accidentally and it's not even accidentally. It's just that pressed I just gave the wrong response and the game actually kicked me back to the main menu and I have to do this again. Basically that's what's going on, right? In case you're wondering. You know? Yeah, alright. Let's go back here, alright. There we go. It's fine. Let's see what he has to say here. Oh, hello. You're back. It's good to see you again. Did you reconsider my idea of inventing the new silly subtitles for sequels like the Stanley Parable nonsense chemicals? What the fuck? Would you like to start doing that now? That's not what... That's not my title, but yeah, let's do that. Good then. It's agreed. New sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you have put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. So you see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Broken achievement? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. An achievement. The achievement machine is all fixed. Oh, nice. You see, I'm on your side. We are in this together. We are going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Well, I mean, I expected that much, but yeah, you know. Let me get this one. And also, the fuck you died. All right. Let's wait for a second. All right, chat. We'll wait for the exact time to make this work. All right. Xbox Game Pass is adding 2 controversial games. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Battlefield 2042 and FIFA 22. Of course, it's those games. Alright, very interesting. Xbox in the bin. No, not really. That's a joke. Don't take that seriously. Alright. Anyways, let's go. And let's go. Alright. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Okay. Forgotten co-workers. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Jeez. Okay, let's yeah, sure.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh my god.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, so
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
God, this is so
Something
dumb.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's bucket time.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
What? But we have been through this before. What?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the
What?
Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
But-
a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
What?
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all. Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Bye. I need to get this game low. Yeah, you need to. It's really fun, honestly.
The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be?
What?
Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
I'm so confused. Everything's out of order. Like, actually out of order.
Wait. If you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you. Clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
What the fuck is going on? I am so confused, chat. This is not... Okay.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others. It's bucket time.
Oh, return to Stanley Expo Hall. Yes, that's where I want to go, chat. That's actually where I want to go. Alright. I'm waiting. There's no free version. I'm pretty sure there's no free version of this game. This game, you need to buy it. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you're supporting the developers too while you're at it. So, honestly, you should buy it no matter what. You know what I mean? Free. Oh, free. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I mean, I don't recommend that for this game, but you know,
see, Stanley,
you do you.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first
Yeah, sure,
time ever,
no problems.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I am still so confused. I am so
Calling it the
confused.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
That was Stanley.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Chat, we have been here before, right? I mean, technically, yeah, we have been here before, but the voice line doesn't change, which kind of is weird, if I'm gonna be honest here. Did I just see the bucket turn completely black? I don't know. That was weird, man. I love the music when it goes up there. I'm saving as much as I can to buy a new chair. Oh, I see. Alright, sure, no problems, man. Alright, anyways.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yeah, chat. There are a few things that I would like to check first, if anything. Alright, so what happens here now? Oh,
Wait,
okay.
there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
What the?
Stanley!
Oh god!
Thank God, I didn't lose you.
What the hell?
Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them.
No!
I know how much the bucket meant to you.
No!
Take the risk.
No!
One day, you can forgive me.
No! Why? This is so painful, chat. This is so painful. No. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I'm sad. I'm actually sad. Well, the bucket is gone. R.I.P.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
We went for the other
You know,
one, so this
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
so dumb. So dumb. I cannot believe this.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh yeah, chat, we got an achievement for the Settings World Champion, so actually we are gonna go here now, right now and see what's inside. Yes, there we go.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity.
What?
What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider.
What?
And that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Wait, is that for real? Are you joking? What? So, what's the difference of the bumpscosity? I don't know. You are the champion of setting all the sliders to all the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. They will never set the setting sliders to every possible setting. That's such an old meme. What the fuck, man? That's like a 2012 meme or some shit like that. Oh my god, fucking hilarious. Like actually, oh my god, what's this? Settings World Champion. Thanks. I can't get that. Well, yeah, that's a weird room. I'll say this right now. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's go to the new content. That's new. Yes, that's new. I don't know what the fuck. Chat, is it blurrier or some shit? Or is it just me? I don't understand. They have fun making this DLC. It's not a DLC, it's a whole new game. I mean, it's a remake, I don't know.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
But I have went through the epilogue.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd
Jim.
only played along,
Jim.
that would have
Jim.
been your
Jim.
name the button
Jim.
says.
Jim.
But no.
Jim.
Instead,
Jim.
oh,
Jim.
I
Jim.
can't even
Jim.
think about it.
Jim.
I'm taking
Jim.
the Jim
Jim.
button away.
Jim. Jim.
No.
Jim. 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 Jim.
No.
Jim.
Dang. Oh my god. Funny as fuck, chat. I mean, we have seen this before, you know, so... yeah, I'm just going through and see what's going on for the most part, if anything, but yeah, you know.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim
The
play the
button that
Stanley
says
Parable
Jim.
2. They
No
would
screenshot,
appreciate what
yes.
I've created here.
Interesting. Interesting. Alright, anyways, yeah, let's go to the collectibles. I wonder what's going on here. Out of order, you have already been here. You've been here already. Oh yeah, chat! Oh yeah. There goes the gym button going to high hell. Anything with the other gym button. Oh yeah, chat, let's go to this section. Yeah.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
There we go.
As
Yay!
you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
Well,
Oh, God. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
well, this is certainly interesting. So I think the narrator's gonna be sus right now, right? Yeah, he's gonna be sus. Chad, did you saw that glitch? Oh yeah, you saw that glitch, right? Was it a certain direction I was looking at? Oh. Yep, you saw that one. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Narrator panic. Yes, we saw it. Okay, I see. Look, chat. So what achievements did we get? Alright, so we got... Oh, we only have these two achievements that we have not got yet. Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah, this one is interesting, honestly.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I mean, should we go back to the hole just to fast track it? I don't know, man. Would we want to go there again? That's the real question. Cause I know like this section is quite long, if anything.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games is a... You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
What?
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, for heaven... I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever.
Chat, I
till the
like
end of
holes.
time.
Thanks.
Don't need to see it
Thanks
all,
for
but
asking.
not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Nope.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Hi,
I
Blazy.
really do have
By the
so
way.
much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Don't play Stanley game for 10 years, lol. Yeah, that's one of the achievements. Wait, this is a Ventis quest? What do you mean by Ventis quest? Good god. Con, what the fuck? I almost spit my boba on screen. What do you mean by that? What line made you do that? Oh.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
That's the same, honestly.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes,
Yes.
but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh. who am
And
I
it
to
TPs
judge?
me. Yeah, that's
You
the thing.
just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Yeah, it doesn't work. We know this one.
Is the
Sequel's now
teleport
paused.
button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
He's
I'm
gonna
out.
leave us.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Such.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
And we know what happens here, so you know we don't really need to. Well, I mean, I wish I can skip it, but I can't. So you know, yeah, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, right. Let me check some things here for a second. All right. Anyways, I wonder if this changes. I don't think it changes. So yeah, you know. Part, yeah, TP's back. What, that part when it TP's back upwards entice you? All right, that's interesting. Okay. Bye world. I'm going down the hole. I like holes, especially the ones that you can. Never mind. That will be a story for another time. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There we go. He's upside down, chat. Yes. Jesus Christ.
Stanley!
Nope.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley.
Yep.
I'll be back. Toodlepip.
You know, it's funny that Stanley could have just, you know, sit his arse on this thing and just climb over instead. But you know, game mechanics does not allow that, so you know that's what's going on. But yeah, yeah, it's normal that we're loading back like this. So yeah, if anything, yeah. All right, there we go.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yeah, chat, if you want to scan the QR code, it brings you to a website. Go ahead and scan it if you want. It takes you to some other websites. Hopefully you can scan it well. So yeah. Or maybe you can even screenshot it and you know, you can refer up to it later. There's a video on the website. It's you should watch it. It's really funny. Yes, I have watched it on my offline time. Yeah. I wonder if the nope, it's dead. It's still dead, isn't it? R.I.P. Well, Satch, chat, Satch. Alright, let's go to, I don't know. Where have we not go to yet? I think we have went everywhere, right? I think at this point we have went everywhere. Yep, we definitely have. Go everywhere. Mostly infinite hull. Fine, it ended. Yes, that's what happened. Yeah. Yes, indeed. This is still closed, I assume. Yeah, it's still closed. Alright, never mind. Let's go back to the entrance, sorry, the exit, and just get out of here. Yeah, let's just go. Alright. I still don't know what this is. Wait. Why not we just go back to the World Settings Champion, the Settings World Champion room again? What does it say this time? I actually want to see what it says this time around. Or is it gonna say anything? That's the real question. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Alright. Well, nothing particular, at least. Okay, well, if that's nothing, I guess I'll just leave then. Still don't know what the fuck bumpscosity means, but whatever, sure. Bumpscosity. I think it's a random slider that's just for you to use, I think. It's probably nothing, if I'm gonna be honest here. Yeah, and that's nothing down there, isn't it? Alright. Anyways, let's head out of here. We have been here once, and I guess we can go back, you know?
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed. It's very red, though. Yes. Very much so red. Yes. Alright. No screenshot chat.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not
Paste
exactly
the sequel.
clear yet
Yes.
how exactly these features will come together
Yes.
as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. They're going
Yes.
to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yay. Happy days. Yay.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Funny.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent
Oh,
video
hey,
game at all. It's a lot of
collectibles.
gags.
Yeah.
And I do very much
want them.
enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's gonna kick us back to the... Yeah, it's kicking us to the main menu. I don't know. Oh, okay. Never mind.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We changed the
What could
balloons
it
chat.
mean?
I cannot believe
Stanley
this.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's bucket time.
Oh, hey, we got the bucket back check. Oh, we can go back to the expo hall. Okay, yeah, interesting, yeah, interesting. Wait. What is this then? Oh god, we are gonna need to restart this, don't we? Oh, balls to it. I hate this. Ah, shit. Okay. Let me think, chat. I'm gonna lower the volume Actually, I'm gonna lower the volume of this one. All right, cause I know it's really loud and all. But yeah, I'm gonna lower it this time around. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh. I wonder what is next this time around, chat. The narrator doesn't seem to be aware of what the creator is doing. For some reason, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I honestly do not know. We'll just have to see how it goes right now, chat. You know. Alright. Still trying to see what's going on, honestly. Neat name. I don't know what's the song, what's the name of this song. Might need to check it online, actually. I mean, I can alt tab and check it, honestly. Oh, the game is not running. Oh, that's sad. Okay, whatever. Oh, I will murder someone. Okay, so the name that I put inside the YouTube search bar, not YouTube search bar, Google search bar is Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Sorry, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Epilogue Song. That's all. That's what it is, you know. Alright, let's go and pick up our bucket. Or else you'll murder someone. I don't think you will. But yeah, sure, whatever you say, man. My days. I cannot believe this. Alright. I honestly do not know what's gonna happen next, chat. I haven't done the regular ending for like the third game, actually. Do I restart my game for this? I honestly do not know. Might need to restart my game for this to work, actually, but I honestly do not want to do that right now. I'm gonna be honest, right? You know. We'll see. If it eventually needs me to restart the game, I'll do it as a last resort. But we'll see how it goes. I want to see what this is offering right now. You know what I mean, chat? I mean, you know. Oh my gosh, man. Jeez. Oh yeah, chat. A little bit of a change for a change of pace in today's stream. Yes, tonight I'm gonna stream a little bit more. Yes. Let's see, what is this? Hello again. It's nice to see you. Let's start with the Linda. Yeah, sure, whatever. Wait, this is the same line, isn't it? Is the game broke? It's saying like the first lines again. That's weird. Oh, Stanley Parable 4. Oh. 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 Stanley's tiny PP. Spider. Oh my god. Race to the baby runner. I don't know. One with the spiders. Yes. One with the spider shot. We are one with the spiders. Oh, grilled spiders. Grid Spiders chat, let's go. Oh my god, every time you restart it at once, yeah. Oh my days. Uh, yeah, whatever. What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit, chat? Oh my god. It's the fourth game now, chat. We are in the fourth game. Is that change? It's not change, isn't
All of
it?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Grid spiders. Yes, that's what I did actually. So that's we can go to there. All right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's so funny. Grid spider shit.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
That's
to go
so funny.
up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yada yada yada. You know the drill.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
He's so bored of that room,
kind of
Lamau.
anxiety
Yes.
isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
No, my speed run is dead, chat. My speed run. Okay, whatever. I'm done.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, there we go. Okay, right. Still very much confused at what the fuck is going on, if I'm gonna be honest here, chat. Like actually, you know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wait, is this a speedrun strat? Let me
The
try
lights
this.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is actually a speedrun strat, isn't it?
Now
Oh my
the
god.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
Ah, damn.
individuals reduced to
Can't do
images
that.
on a screen.
Can't do that,
And
that's sad.
Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control
jeez, man.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
in
in
someone else's control? Never.
It was
It's
unthinkable.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it
even
even possible?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh my gosh, this game, man.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that...
Oh well. Alright.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
I
For
tried to
it was
alt-tab
not
chat.
knowledge or even power
That was not a
he
good
had
idea.
been seeking,
Heck.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Come on. No. R.I.P. Speedrun.
Stanley felt the cool
well.
breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I don't really understand what the hell is going on with the numbering. The numbering makes absolutely zero sense to me. I don't know what is going on with the mechanic. It's the same one. Wait, what happens if I restart the game? Wait, I'm actually genuinely curious about this one. Yeah, just give me a second, chat. This will be quick, hopefully. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Right, give me a second. This will be quick. If I can get this one rolling. Yep, okay. Synchronizing. Yeah, there we go. We got it back up. So do we get iteration number 5 or do we get iteration number 7 at this point? Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ, man. Are you kidding me? Hidden. Thank you. Hidden hole. Yes. Jesus Christ. Oh no. This is even worse. I'm not gonna choose that. Fuck that shit. I mean, Stanley's big coworker, that's Pompo. But yeah, sure. Outstretched hole. Oh my god, outstretched hole. Oh god. What is this? Passion of the hole. What are these days? Yeah, let's go with that. Oh my god. I hate my life. This is so cursed, chat. This is so cursed.
This is the story.
No, I don't want to watch it again. Oh my god, I cannot believe this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
It's bucket time.
So let's go back to the expo hall for a second, alright? I want to test something. I know I bring the bucket towards the place, but I want to like check something else, alright?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
I'm just gonna skip through.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright, skip it through it.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
All right. I haven't picked up the bucket,
Wait,
so I want
there
to
are
see.
2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Ow. Okay, there we go.
Stanley!
Okay,
Thank
well, I
God.
can't pick up the
Didn't
bucket.
lose you,
Alright, there we go.
Stanley.
That's how it
The
goes.
power of 2 buckets was too much.
Alright, chat. I think that's all for today's stream, actually. I mean, not really. I'm gonna continue this stream. I'm gonna start a new one. Alright. So yeah, chat. Thank you all for watching the Stanley Parable. What a joke. But yeah, chat. Thank you all for being here tonight. Yes. And join in about a minute. We will play Euro Truck Simulator with Pompo. Yes, for once I am collaborating with him somewhat. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alright, chat. Take care. For the people who are watching just for the Stanley Parable, that will be the end for this stream. And yeah, thank you for being here. Alright, chat. Take care, have a nice day, and I'll see you all, well, in a second, actually. Bye-bye, chat. Woo! I mean, like, in another minute or so. Don't worry about it. Bye. Woo!